Hi everyone, welcome to Vinyasa Flow Yoga. It's Monday. We got a hip focus tonight. We're going to work on hip mobility and flexibility and some balancing poses, and also working on some exercises to build the strength around the hips. So let's get started. We don't need any blocks or props or anything, but if you need them, then go ahead and use them throughout your practice. We will get started in Sukhasana. So come on down to your mat in cross-legged position. So get comfortable, sit on a block if you feel like your back is rounded and you're just not quite ready to sit upright. And then we'll just start with relaxing here as best as you can. So hands onto the knees, relax elbows. Go ahead, pull the shoulders up to the ears and roll them down and back a few times. Take some deep breaths in and out. Okay, and then just let your shoulders pull down and back. Drop your chin just slightly in towards your chest and maybe close your eyes or just let your eyes relax here in a soft focus. Focus on your breath here, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. Visualize the breath running along the length of your spine. Notice your sit bones grounding into the floor. Relaxing your elbows downward, shoulders downwards. And think about your chest lifting. Notice where your head is sitting on your shoulders and above your hips. So notice if you're tilting forward or back a little bit. Try to stack your spine. Okay, and just taking another deep breath in and deep breath out. Just try to slow everything down and let your mind arrive into your space, into the space of yoga. Okay, and we'll begin a little bit of movement here. So first we're going to start with cow and cat stretches in Sukhasana. So we're going to round the spine and drop the chin in towards the chest, and you're just kind of pushing back into the spine, and then you're inhaling, pulling forward. So use your hands to pull on your knees and pull the shoulders back. You should feel the shoulder blades draw towards each other and space in the collarbones here, and the chin is also lifting. So exhale, back and round, inhale, extend. Flexion the spine and extending the spine. So you can go at a slow pace, you can go at more of a moderate pace. Bring some sound to your breath so you are reminded of it continually throughout your practice. To always sync a movement with a breath, an out breath or an in breath. Now we'll begin a circle motion. So pick one direction to move to. Go forward, lifting the chest forward, and then draw back. So we'll go counterclockwise and clockwise. And then start getting the elbows and shoulders kind of involved in this as well. Try to keep a relaxed head so your facial muscles are continuing to relax here. All right, and then switch the direction. So forward, inhale, forward, exhale, pulling back. Getting the hips a little more involved, a little more open. All right, and come back to center. So we're going to switch the cross in the legs. Lift the arms up to the ceiling, and then exhale, twist to the right side. So left hand on the right knee, and then the right hand just comes back onto the floor behind you. So press down into the floor and lift up through the chest, trying to draw that right shoulder back. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. And release. Switch up and reaching up through the arms, and then exhale over to the other side. Breathing deep, lift lifting the chest, dropping the shoulders. And then releasing. Okay, we're going to reach up with the arms, deep breath in, and then exhale, reach forward and round the spine. Drop the head and breathe really deep here. Just really try to relax and feel heavy in through the upper body. Keep the hips pulling back into the mat, towards the mat, sit bones grounding down. And then releasing, slowly rising up. We're going to switch to crossing the legs and do that same thing. We're going to reach up with the arms and then exhale, bow forward. Notice the difference in the stretch here when you reverse the cross in your legs as you fold forward, getting deeper into the hips. And one more deep breath in and deep breath out here. And we're slowly going to come up. And then take the hands back behind you, and we'll just take a heart opener here. So pulling those shoulders back, lifting your heart up towards the ceiling. Breathe into the center of your chest. One more deep breath in and deep breath out. All right, so we're going to just lean back a little bit, flip the feet so that their feet are onto the floor, and then the hands kind of back behind you a little bit. We're doing windshield wipers sitting up, so we're just rocking from side to side. If you want to try without the hands, this is what that looks like. So your hands are reaching forward so that you're trying to keep a lifted posture. You're not rounding the spine, but you are targeting the glute muscles here underneath, going from side to side. So what we're doing is just sort of massaging them out, massaging out the glute muscles, but also getting them a little more activated so that they will fire up when we do our poses. Okay, and then back to center, and then take the hands back behind you, and then lift up. So squeeze the glutes, pull the shoulders back, and doing a little bit of rocking here. So front to back, kind of reaching a little bit into the knees, and then reaching a little back into the wrists. So not a ton of range of motion, just again, just easing into everything here as we're just warming up. So you should feel the whole back body firing up here. Try to keep the hips lifting. So you're not down here, you're really pushing the hips up, so you're using your glutes to lift up and keep that lift happening. Just take one more deep breath in and out here. And then you can release down. Okay, from here, just spin the legs around, and then we'll go into tabletop position. So knees underneath your hips and then hands underneath your shoulders. Round the spine, put your cat arch, and then inhale, lift the chin, chest forward, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, and inhale. One more, cow and cat, and then coming to a circle motion, just getting the shoulders a little more involved. Go one direction, just do a few one direction, a few the other direction. Bend into your elbows, just sink down, stay loose, stay fluid. Breathing into the sides of your body as well. Big circles with the hips. Okay, back to center, and then we're going to come up into downward facing dog. Walk the hands forward, tuck toes under, lift your hips, and walk it out. Pedal the feet out, bending into the right knee, left knee. Spread the fingers wide and keep reaching back towards the heels. And heels towards the floor. So head relax down. So start to just feel length in your neck, and then visualize that length happening from the back of the neck and then rising up the spine, right to the tailbone, and then down from the sit bones, down through the hamstrings, calf muscles, and then right to the heels. So a big long stretch through the whole back body is the downward facing dog. Rocking a little bit of side to side just to get the sides of the body open, and just to help for a little bit more release into the back body. Side to side. All right, bend into the knees, look forward at the hands, and then step up to the hands and just come to the top of the mat. Fold forward, relax the head. Deep breaths in and out here. Spread the toes nice and wide, so you're just picking them up and dropping them onto the floor. You're gonna feel all four corners of your feet spread out wide on the mat, ground in. We're gonna slowly rise up from there. Just vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up to reach up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in, and then exhale, arms down by the side, sweep up again. Inhale, exhale, hands to the heart, clasp your fingers, press down. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, release the hands back behind you, clasping behind you, pulling back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, arms reaching up, and then exhale, clasp and press. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, release the hands back behind you, clasp and pull. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, arms reaching up. Exhale, clasp. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release, clasp and pull back, squeeze, fold. Okay, hold that forward fold. Breathing deep there. One more deep breath in and out. And then rise up all the way. So reaching up to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, hands to the floor, and step your right foot back. Drop your right knee to the floor, and take the arms up. Deep breaths in and out here. Drop the shoulders down. One more inhale. Exhale, bring the hands to the floor, step back into plank pose and lower through chaturanga. Lift into up dog or cobra. Come back into downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, left knee to the floor, and arms reaching up. Okay, breathing here. Lifting the heart. Another deep breath in. And deep breath out. Bring the hands to the floor and then step forward to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up all the way. Exhale, hands to the heart. So a different sequence here. We're going to clasp the fingers, press down, lift the arms up, lean to the left side, and then start lifting that right leg out to the right. Okay, we'll just start here and just you should feel that outer right hip fire up here. Also challenging your balance a little bit more. So think about drawing belly to spine, able to spine. One more breath. And then release that foot back to the floor. Open up the arms and swan dive, come down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up all the way. Hands to the heart, clasp your fingers, press down. Inhale, lift. Side bend to the right side. So when you're ready, start lifting that left leg off the floor. So it doesn't have to be super high. You just want to feel like that outer hip is firing up somewhat. Maybe a lot. Maybe it feels crampy. That's totally normal too. Muscles that aren't typically used, these stabilizer muscles, outer hip, glute medius, abductors. Okay, and then coming back to center, and then releasing. Now take the hands back behind you, clasp your fingers, pull back. Just hold that for a moment. Lift your heart, pull the knuckles away from your back. Bow halfway forward, so just halfway. Your range of motion, so the hips are pulling back. You should feel the hamstrings fire up here, or stretch a lot more, just that halfway mark, and then fold all the way down. breathing, deep breaths in, deep breaths out. All right, and then slowly rise up all the way. So let's take the arms up to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, and hands to the floor. That left foot is going to step back, left knee down to the ground, and take the arms up and just hold and breathe. Another deep breath in, and deep breath out. The hands to the floor. Step back into plank pose, lower through chaturanga. Up dog cobra, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, right knee to the floor, arms up. Breathing deep. One more inhale, and exhale, hands to the floor. Now step forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up all the way. Exhale, hands to the heart. So again, we're going to clasp the fingers, press down, lift up. So this time, take the right knee. So we're going to lift up through the right knee, balancing on the left leg, and then open the right knee out to the right. So just holding here as best as you can, just keeping that leg floating. One more breath. And then come back to center and then release it. Open up the arms, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up all the way. Hands to the heart, clasp your fingers, press down. Inhale, lift. Now let's lean to the, just reaching up, just straight up. And then we're going to take that left knee. So there's no lean in the upper body. You're going to take that left knee, lift it up, and then take the left knee out to the side. So just trying to hold that balance here. If you fall or tip over, that's not a problem. Just try to get back into the same pose and keep practicing that. Getting into the pose, trying to hold it, and then eventually you hold it longer and longer. Try to not use the wall or anything to assist you so that your body can remember how. Okay, coming back to center and then slowly release. Now taking the hands back behind you, clasp your fingers behind. Pull back, hold that. Bow forward halfway. Hips pulling back. Lift your chest forward. Draw the belly button up. And then all the way down. Drop the head. Breathe into those shoulders. Rise up. Come up all the way. Take arms up. Deep breath in. Exhale. Go on down. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, hands to the floor, step your right foot back, drop your right knee down, and take the arms up. Okay, let's twist to the left side. The right arm's gonna go forward, the left arm's gonna reach back. So you should feel the twist, kind of starting in your abdominal, and then coming up to the rib cage, shoulder, and neck. Maybe if you're looking back at your back arm. Close it, reach up both arms, and then open up to the other side. Left arm reaching forward, right arm back. Left knee pointing straight forward or opening slightly out to the left. Close that arm and then reach up again. Go open or twisting again to the left side, this time tipping back. Left hand to the back of the right knee. So holding there, you're not trying to get as low as you can here. You're trying to get just a nice opening through that right side of the body, but without overdoing it. Maybe looking up at the ceiling, so you can try different ways of looking here, different angles. Okay, and then we're going to release, and then close it, lift, and then open to the other side. Same thing, we're going to tip back, right hand to the back of the leg. And you can still look over that right shoulder, or if you want more of an even heart opener, then you're looking up at the ceiling. That way you're not twisted in any way, and your hips are kind of pressing forward, and it's more of opening into both shoulders evenly. We're going to windmill out of this one, leading with that left hand and the right hand, and then take it back into plank pose. Now in plank pose, we're going to hold that right leg left leg. We're going to kick it out to the left and go to the side, going into split plank, and just hold that split plank for the stretch. Okay, as best as you can. Now you can drop your right knee to do this. We're going to try and lift up that left leg and then release it down. Okay, it doesn't have to be, so I just held it there for half a second, maybe one full second. Okay, one more time. Lift it and then drop it down. Okay, we're gonna do that one more time. So at least 3 seconds this time. And lift it. 1, 2, 3. Now bring it all the way back to plank pose and then lower through chaturanga. Lift into up dog and then come back into downward facing dog. Breathe it out. Right foot's gonna step forward, left knee to the floor. Okay, taking the arms up here, and then we're going to start by twisting to the right side, left arm forward and the right arm back. And just breathing, reaching through those arms. And then close it, lift the arms, open to the other side, the left side, and try to keep that right knee going straight forward. So push down into the right foot. Keep that traction happening. Close that, lift up, twist again to the right side, and tip back. Right hand to the back of the left leg. Looking up, looking over to the side. All right, so coming on out, close the arms, reach up, and then open to the left side. Take the left hand back. And then again, you're looking over the shoulder. Maybe you're facing the ceiling, looking up. Okay, one more breath here. And then windmill out of that right hand, left hand. And then coming back into that plank pose with the right leg lifted in the plank. The right leg's going to swing out to the split plank. Okay, so just holding that. Your left leg is really fired up here, especially if you're going to stay on your toes in the plank and you're not going to drop the knee to try and lift that leg up. Okay, so first starting with just 1 second, if possible, go ahead and lift your right foot off the ground. 1, and then drop it. Okay, keep stable, keep your core engaged. Let's try for 2 seconds. Lift it up, hold 1, 2, and then drop it down. Take a deep breath in and out. Next one, we're holding for 3 seconds. Ready, and go. 1, 2, 3. Drop the foot down. Come back into plank pose. Lower through chaturanga. Breathe into up dog, and then take it back into child's resting pose. So sink the hips back. Drop the head. You can take the arms alongside your body if you want to. One more breath in and out. Come on, lift on up. And let's go to downward facing dog. Okay, so doing some scorpion downward facing dog here and working the core as well. So your right leg's going to lift up and you're going to bend into the right knee. And then you're going to come forward into plank and bring that right knee to tap the right elbow. And then circle around and kick up, opening to the right side again. So it's just kind of very slow. If possible, I'm gonna shift around. If possible, then you're gonna come here, you're gonna kick out to the side, and then as you come back into down dog, that's when you lift up that leg. So coming down, kick out to the side in plank pose, and then as you push, your leg is also pushed back. It's almost like you're swimming through water as well. Let's do one more. Come through, out, push through the leg, push through the arms, and open. Let's go to the other side. Left leg. I'm just gonna stay in this view. So left leg, and you're gonna come through, bend into the knee, or knee to elbow, and then open, straight leg, and then opening out to the side. Coming through, elbow out to the side, circle around and open. Again, coming through, last one, out to the side, circle around and open. Okay, and then we'll take a rest from there. So drop the leg down, bring the knees to the floor, and then just rest. So deep breaths in and out. One more, inhale, exhale, and then rise up all the way. So downward facing dog, walk it out, look forward to the top of the mat, step or jump up to the hands, and then halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold, inhale, rise up all the way. So reaching up, deep breath in, and then exhale. So we're going to go into some twists and some balancing next. So we're going to go into chair pose with the twist. So reaching up, inhale, exhale, hands to the heart, sinking down, knees are together, and those big toes are touching. Lift your chest forward, try to keep that flat back. Inhale, then exhale, twist to the left side. Right elbow onto the left knee. Okay, so just go ahead and look down, make sure that their shins are together, that your right knee is not sneaking ahead of the left knee. Try to keep everything stacked together, and then check out your shoulder form. See if you can pull the left shoulder back or pull it to the right so that you're stacking your shoulder blades as well as best as you can, and then lifting your heart to your thumbs. One more breath here, and then release. Folding forward, breathe it out, shake it out if you need to, give your legs a little shake. We'll slowly rise up from there, reaching up, and then hands to the heart, and then down we go to the other side. So inhale, exhale, twist to the right side. Left elbow is on the right knee. And again, so you're trying to stack the knees together, then think about your shoulder blades stacking together, your elbows perhaps stacking together, and really try to push down into the knee to open up that chest. Feel that rib cage open. Definitely should feel that knee abdominals as well. Feel the heat building in the legs. All right, let's release. Come out, fold forward, shake it out. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. And rising up all the way. Breath in, inhale up, exhale, hands to the heart. Step to the top of the mat, sweep the arms up, inhale, exhale, fold forward. Inhale halfway, exhale, hands to the floor, step or jump back into plank pose, forward through chaturanga, to up dog or cobra, come back into downward facing dog. Okay, on your next inhale, lift your right leg up, bend into the knee. That's scorpion, feel your down dog. Okay, and then we're just going to relax and bring that knee in, and then we're going to do a slow step forward. So we're going to imagine that your mat is tissue paper, and you're going to very slowly step up to the hands and just pause before your foot actually touches the mat. Try to hold it up, push through your hands, and then step. Okay, drop your back heel to the floor. Let's come up into warrior one. Reaching up for warrior one with both arms. Open up to warrior two. Reaching your right arm forward and your left arm back. Come back into reverse warrior. Breathing it. And then come into extended side angle. Coming down halfway or coming down all the way, touching the floor. Hand on the inside part of the right foot. Left arm reaching up. Okay, wherever you are, up here or down here, take that left arm and reach it forward. Palm facing down, and just get lots of length in this whole left side of the body from your hand right down to your left foot. This left leg is really fired up right now, so the muscles are engaged in the quadricep and in the glute muscle as well. We're going to take this all the way back into reverse warrior nice and slowly. So slowly lift up and then reverse it. So the back hand on the back leg, and the right arm's going over, stretching to the right side of the body. One more breath here, and then come back into warrior two pose. Straighten out the front leg, and then bend into the front knee. Straighten it, and then bend, straighten, bend, straighten, and then reach forward, and then drop into Trikonasana. Right hand down to the left, or to the right foot, ankle or floor or block, whatever you're using. Left leg gets still fired up. Slowly come up. Take that left hand behind your back this time. Okay, reaching for the right hip. Now reach forward. So look way forward and keep pulling that right hip back. Now drop down into Trikonasana. Breathe into that left hip. You should feel a little bit of a different stretch in the left side of the body now. You're leaning back into the back arm, opening that left shoulder as well. Hamstring, that right hamstring should feel like it's getting a good stretch as well. Keep your back hand where it is. We're going to slowly pull all the way up, bend to the front knee, and then take it back into reverse warrior. From here, we're going to go all the way into standing split. So we're going to release both arms, we're going to slowly windmill, and then come down to the floor. And then from there, kicking up. So kick up with the left leg. Let's do a halfway lift. So come up either halfway or come up onto your fingertips. In either case, try to flatten out your low back as best as you can. So wherever that may be for you, depending on how long your legs are. And then we're going to open up to half moon right away. So the left hand is going to come onto the hip, or you're going to reach up with that left arm. And then try to expand. Expand through the leg, expand through the arm. Try to feel the air around you. Push through the left heel. Reach through the right hand. And then close it in. Step back into lunge. Step back into plank pose, but kick up that right leg and then kick it over top of the left leg and move into wild thing. So wild thing is with the right knee bent and the left leg is straight, or you can flip all the way around, tummy facing the ceiling, and push through both feet. Lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. It's like a one-arm bow pose, upward facing bow, and then coming around, back to plank, flip it around, lower through chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathe it out. Going to the other side, we're going to lift up the left leg, that scorpion, and then we're going to slowly come forward. So we're just going to pause. Again, your mat is very delicate. You don't want to rip your mat, and we're just going to hold it there just before you step. Try to lift up that knee as best as you can. Push through the hands. Go ahead, step. Drop your back foot, your right foot to the floor, and let's come up to warrior one. Breathing deep. Let's come up to warrior two pose. Open up the arms, stretch out through them, drop your shoulders. Think about your tailbone dropping down as well. Reverse warrior. Breathing deep. And then extended side angle coming down. So all the way or halfway. Reach with that top arm first. I just get lots of openness through the arms, stretching the biceps and chest here. Right leg really activated. Take that top arm and now reach alongside your ear. Coming all the way back into reverse warrior from here. Warrior two. Straighten the leg and bend the knee. Straighten and rebend. Straighten, so you're pushing through that front foot. Bend, straighten, and then reach with your top part of the body. Legs stay just where they are. You're reaching long through the torso, and then drop your left hand down to your left leg. Reach up with your right arm. Keep that right leg really engaged, really fired up to help you balance in this pose. One more breath here. Okay, and then we're going to slowly come up and come into a star position. Take that right hand behind you and then go forward again. So reaching as best as you can. Maybe just palm onto the floor. If you can, turn so that you can hold on to the hip or side of the hip. Wrap it around. Then you're reaching forward. Just hold that. Pull your back into your forearm and then come down into the pose. And keep kind of leaning back into your forearm. Lifting up through your right shoulder this time. And right leg still engaged. Keep your arm where it is, your right arm, and then slowly come up and then into a reverse warrior. So bending into the front knee and breathing deep into that stretch. Standing split is next. We're going to reverse nice and slow as we come forward, passing through warrior 2, and then coming into that lunge and then kicking up. Standing split, and then we'll take that halfway lift. So get a little bit of length into your back, or a lot of length. Lift forward with your chest, maybe floating the fingers, maybe you're holding onto a block. Okay, and then fold back down, just relax that for a moment. Half moon is next. So in your half moon, we still need to do that half lift just to get more length out of the spine. You're lifting into your spine, lifting forward. So we're going to take that left hand to the floor. Your right hand's going to come onto your hip, or you're reaching up with your right arm. Expand. Reach through your right heel, reach through your right arm. Close it in. Okay, step it back into lunge, and then from lunge you're stepping back into plank pose, lower through, or sorry, you're coming up with that left leg and then you're flipping all the way over. Forgot our rock star position, so flipping up and coming into rock star or wild thing. And one more breath, deep breath in, out. Let's kick it around and come to plank pose. Lower through chaturanga, up dog or cobra, and then child's pose. Bring the knees down and sink back and breathe and stretch. One more breath in and out here. Alright, so on your next inhale, we're going to rise up all the way and tuck toes under, come up into downward facing dog, walk it out. On your inhale, lift your right leg back behind you. Step forward with your right foot. Reach up. So you're in a high lunge position. Both toes are pointing straight forward here. Okay, from here we're going to do some various figure 4. So first we're going to start with dancing Shiva. So we're going to lean forward and we're going to lift up that left knee nice and high. Turn out the knee and flex the foot. I'm just going to turn this way. Turn out the knee, flex the foot, and then sink down into your right knee. So without connecting, so you're not in a figure 4, you're just hovering that foot. Okay, so using your adductor muscles, you're using your outer hip to keep it holding there, but you're also using your quadricep muscle on your right leg like crazy as well. Low back is kicking in. Okay, and then we're gonna stand, and then we're going to straighten an airplane pose. So we're gonna reach out through that left leg, open up through the arms. Going to revolve half moon this time. So the left hand is going to come down, staying as long as you can here. So make sure when you contact the floor, if you're just using the floor, not any block or anything, you're contacting the floor at least a foot ahead of your foot and then out to the diagonal here. So you're quite a ways in front of your foot so that you can get a whole bunch of space happening in your spine. You're maintaining a lot of space so that you can get a good twist. If you would like to try, you can bend into your left knee here and then catch the inside part of the left foot to do your bind in revolve half moon. And then you're looking over the shoulder for the full pose. So you'll get a really intense stretch in your quadricep, in hip flexor here. We're going to release out of that pose and then come back into a standing split, and then from standing split, step back into lunge, drop your back knee to the floor, and then go into half monkey split. So stretch out, straighten out your front leg, your right leg, toe split, toes pointing up, and you can grab onto your toes to pull them back. And stretch out further through the calf. Come forward, bring the hands to the floor, take that right leg and then kick it up into the air and then kick it under. Okay, we're going to hold that position. So if possible, you're doing that floating bottom leg, but if not, if you're a beginner, then you just scissor the legs in your side plank position. Top arm can reach. If you're holding that bottom leg, you'll know what I mean by your inner thighs kind of firing up, and it is adductors that are really firing up. Okay, we're going to release, so revolve around, come back into plank pose and lower through, chaturanga, to up dog cobra, and then come back into downward facing dog and walk it out. Other side, left leg's going to lift. So inhale and then exhale. We're stepping forward into lunge and then come up into the high lunge position. Let's go into your dancing Shiva. So come forward, your right knee's gonna come up, turn the knee out, heel is reaching, foot is flexed, holding, hovering without connecting the foot to the knee. Breathing as best as you can. Try to keep concentrating and holding that. Keeping that knee lifted is really is the most challenging part because your leg just gets super heavy. And then we're going to stand and then kick back and open to airplane. Reaching through the chest and then coming down. That right hand is going to come down. So again, just find your landing and then find your revolved half moon. Okay, and then if you want to do the bind, you're grabbing onto your right foot here. So hold on, so when you make contact with your foot, try to pull everything back so that you're in the center, you're not kind of over here trying to hold that bind. That's gonna really not do much for you. If possible, you're sliding back. So the heel is, you should be able to almost feel that right heel on your right glute. So you're pulling it to that glute, not to your left glute. You don't want to cross over. And if that's not possible, then maybe just start with half moon. You can try this with a strap if you have a strap as well, and that may offer you a little bit more support. Okay, we're going to release out of that, and then we're just going to step back. So going to that half monkey split, so lunge and then straighten out through the left leg, and the toes are lifting. Breathing into that stretch so you get that calf muscle stretch. One more breath here, and then releasing. So come on, forward lunge, and then come back, and then we're going to take that left leg underneath the right leg. Holding that side plank position or scissor legs. Come back around to plank position, lower through chaturanga. Take it into up dog or cobra, and then come back all the way to downward facing dog. Breathing deep here. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. And look forward, step or hop up to the hands. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up all the way. Exhale. Standing figure four is next. Balancing on the left foot. So pick up your right knee, lift up your right knee, flex the foot, and bring your right foot on top of the left knee. Okay, so think about sitting back into a chair and just keep sinking down. Lifting your chest. Okay, and keep bending into your left knee to advance that pose. Okay, if you want to keep on progressing and you have no pain in your knees, then you're dropping down and maybe bringing your hands onto the floor and breathing deep here. Okay, to progress even more, then you're just pressing your backs of your arms, your triceps into your shin to keep kind of pulling back, and you'll feel that stretch even more intensely in your glute muscle, in that right side, your hip flexor for sure. And then slowly come up and release out of that. Okay, just walk it out or stretch it out a little bit, and then go to the other side, balancing on your right foot. So left knee lifts up, and then you're crossing. Keep your left foot flexed, and just start nice and slow. So sinking down, just finding your balance. Try to think of that left knee as being heavy. So you can also stay here with just hands onto the shin and to the knee as well, if that helps you feel a little more stable. Otherwise, the hands to the heart. Hands to the heart just mostly helps you to kind of remember to lift up through this area, so the chest area, and that when I cue you lifting up through the chest, what usually happens is that you flatten out your back a lot more too. So it's just kind of a useful cue to have in any yoga class. That's what we're trying to do, is just gonna get a nice flat back, lift your chest, and keep sinking through the hips. So if you would like to progress though a little bit deeper, then and if it's no problem for you, touching the floor, but also you've got to keep bending into your right knee. So if you're straightening your leg and you're touching the floor, you're not really doing much there. You are stretching, but it's not, that's not the point. You might as well stay here. Okay, you got to keep bending into your right knee, and that's what's going to help you progress. So this may give you a little more balance, but it's not going to do anything. So you need to bend into your right knee, what I'm trying to say, and then push into your shin with, or kind of leaning maybe into your triceps as well, and pushing back into your shin with your triceps. And then coming out of that pose and releasing. Okay, so walking it out, we're going to step to the top of the mat, we'll vinyasa through, and then we'll get into some more floor exercises. We're going to reach up through the arms, exhale, fold forward, halfway lift, inhale, exhale, step or jump back, find plank, chaturanga, So taking it to up dog, let's just hang here for a second or two, breathing deep, lifting the chest, rolling the shoulders down and back, and then release to your tummy. Okay, going up onto just your forearms here, so just taking a little bit of an extension. If this is too much, then you may have to come down here for the next pose. What we're going to do is just do kind of a half frog. So we're going to stay in Sphinx pose, and then you're lifting your left knee. Okay, so just holding that position. Toes are pointing out to the left side, and our right leg is straight. Okay, but if this feels like there's pain or low back in your low back, or if it feels like it's just way too much extension, then this may be a position for you too. So just kind of try just the different degrees. And then slowly release. So we're going to bring the right knee up. Do the other side, and toes are pointed out to the right. Just holding there, breathing deep. Breathing into your belly. That's where you want to concentrate, and just kind of relaxing into the pose as best as you can. All right, and then releasing. Okay, going to gate pose with the frog position. So just come on up into tabletop position. I'm going to turn around for this angle. We're going to start by taking the right leg just straight out to the right. Okay, and then we're going to walk the left knee out to the left a little bit more. So what you're doing is basically trying to get into a lateral split, but you're just doing a lateral split on that one leg. So this one leg is going to be working, and then this, you're just kind of sort of getting into it with this half frog on the other side. So walking the knee out as best as you can, and then just kind of using your hands as support. Now, if you feel like there's pain or pressure, too much pressure on your inner knee, then you can also put a cloth or extra, just fold up your mat a little bit extra just to help cushion, because it's a sensitive area in that inside of the knee and may feel like there's lots of pressure. So you can do that. Maybe by leaning forward, you can take a little bit of the pressure off, but you should feel definitely the stretch. So you'll feel the inner lines of the legs. You want to keep the outer edge of your right foot pressing down as best as you can. So keep that happening. Think about lifting up your inner arch to help you be reminded of that. And then, yeah, just to kind of progress to get a little bit deeper into your half frog here, your gate with half frog, then you would be walking your left knee out to the left a little bit more. So that's that your hips are going to be sinking lower. So basically the lower your hips are to the floor, the more you should feel the stretch. Yeah, you can just go from there, using your body to support you, shifting forward slightly or shifting back is perfectly fine too. Just kind of fine-tuning the stretch as you're hanging out here. And of course, breathing, lots of deep breaths in and out. Okay, and then we're going to release from there. So just, if you're down low, then you're lifting up with your hands first, and then we're gonna work on pulling that left knee in first. So you can kind of pull it in, press down into your hands to kind of lift your bum up, and then pull the knee in, and then pull the right knee in, okay? So you're in tabletop position. Let's go cow-cat. 2 more times. Okay, and then other side. So your left leg will be extended out this time. And so you can bring that right knee out as far as you want, or as little as you want. So maybe it's just a little bit away from your hip. So Gate pose, your right knee is right underneath your hip. But this frog position, your right knee is away from your hip. So it's right of your right hip right now. And then the toes are also pointed out to the side. Okay, so you're just, again, just adjusting to see where you're at here, maybe putting, again, some padding underneath your right knee if needed, and holding that position. And same thing here, just kind of shifting maybe forward or shifting back, just to see where you can find the tension and just breathe into it, visualizing that those long deep breaths are coming in and they're stretching the muscle, they're creating space. And those long deep breaths that are coming out, they're helping you relax into the stretch and just kind of letting your body tell you, just letting your body know that it's not so bad as long as you're not feeling any pain. There's some uncomfortableness in it for sure, some discomfort, but you should never feel any pain. And if you do feel any pain, then you need to regress, right? You need to bring your knee back underneath your hip. Okay, you've gone too far. So just with that in mind, just keep breathing wherever you're at. So just one more deep breath in, deep breath out here. Okay, and then slowly press up. And then again, if possible, push into your hands and just kind of move your leg away so that you can gently bring your right knee in first, and then your left leg can come in second. And then we're back into tabletop position and then going into cow and cat. Inhaling, exhaling. Center and downward facing dog. Walk the hands forward, tuck toes, and then walk it out in down dog. As you walk it out, just move the hips from side to side as well. All right, so let's go through one more vinyasa. So let's flow forward into plank pose, lower through chaturanga. Either up dog or cobra, and then come back to tabletop pose. So let's spin around so that we're on the seat. All right, so let's start with the right foot coming into the inner line of the leg. So you're in tree pose. The left leg is extended out. Reach up with both arms and then drop forward. Drop your hands down to your foot or right hand onto your right knee. And down. All right, and then releasing. Okay, we're doing a quick twist to the right side, the left side. Right hand on the outer side of the left knee. Twist to the left, go all the way to the right side, plant your right hand down to the floor, and then roll up onto the right shin, and then take it back into joy pose. Releasing down, bring your right foot on top of the left knee, and then bring the hands back behind you, and then bend into the left knee. So a sitting figure 4 position. So of course the closer your shin is towards your chest, the more intense it'll be. Maybe you're just down here or a little bit like this, that's fine as well. So you're just trying to, basically you're working on getting the shin as close as you can to your chest in this position without rounding the spine. So you should not be like this and trying to draw your head to your shin. Think about drawing your chest or lifting your belly to your shin, and you will find that way more effective in getting into your hips. We don't want to stretch the spine or put the spine into flexion for this pose. That's not what it's about. We want to get into stretching the glutes, the hip flexors, And then we can go into the tabletop variation of this pose here, which is lifting off. So you're coming back into more of a shoulder stretch, but you're also going to fire up your glutes as well, and you also continue to get that hip stretch and glute stretch. Just another variation of that. Come on down, and then let's switch legs. So straighten the left leg, go to the other side. That left foot's going to come in now. The right leg's going to straighten out. Reach up with both arms, and then take it down to the forward fold. Deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Again, the left hand can go onto your left knee. All right, then slowly rising up, let's twist to the right side. Left hand on the outer right knee. Hands are just pressing down to the floor so that your posture stays nice and tall, and helping you lift nice and tall. And then going into joy pose. So all the way over to the other side, plant that right hand, left hand down to the floor, and then lift up and then up and over, and breathing. So press that right hip way up to the ceiling if possible. Reach with your right arm overhead. Breathe into the belly. And go ahead and release down. Okay, left foot on top of the right knee for figure four. Keep that left foot flexed, and the hands come back behind you, and then you are bending into your right knee for sitting figure four. So again, just try to use your hands to lift your spine straight. So use the support of your arms behind you, your hands, to help with the support and kind of help you get into that the more intense stretch. So just holding that position, or holding your foot a little bit away from your body. Chin just slightly tucked in towards the chest. For this, you're keeping your neck long. Another deep breath in and out. So coming into the tabletop variation of figure four. So you're pushing down into your foot, and then you're just kind of reaching forward into your shin, lifting forward into your shin. Your shoulders are rolling back away from your legs so that you can get a good stretch into the sidelines of your body as well. And then slowly release, nice and slow. Okay, release it all, and then coming into rolling like a ball. So we're just going to go rolling back and forth along the spine. Bring knees in, grab on the backs of the knees, and tuck chin, roll back, inhale, exhale, forward fold, or exhale, roll up, and just come into that sitting position on your sit bones, or just go mini roll from there. Okay, inhaling, exhaling. 5 or 6 of those, and then back into happy baby pose. So on your back, grabbing onto the knees, shins, or grabbing onto your toes with your peace sign fingers, and rocking from left to right, trying to get the low back to flatten out onto the floor, and just letting the shoulders sink down and back as best as you can. All right, so we're going to work on the right leg here. So grab onto the right knee. The left leg's going to go straight onto the floor, or you're going to bend into that left knee if your low back lifts off the floor with your leg straight. So adjust that, and then straighten out the right leg. Grab behind either the hamstring to hold that right leg straight, or hold onto the hamstring and the big toe, or hold onto the back of the ankle or calf, wherever you can reach. As best as you can though, you want to try and straighten up the leg. Okay, going up to the side here, and definitely if you have a stretch or if you have a strap or scarf at home, then go ahead and use that for this position. We're going to open that right leg out to the right. Bring the left hand onto the left hip so that you don't roll. So if you're doing this and rolling way off of there, that's not going to do much either. This leg has to be concrete, solid, as best as you can. So bring your left hand onto your hip, try to anchor it down, and if you start rolling, then you've gone too far perhaps, so more than what your body can handle. So maybe you don't go so far out to the side. But engagement on the left leg is really key to relaxing and opening on the right leg for this position. Opening as far as you can, so you're opening out to the right, but you're also pulling up into pulling that leg towards your head, pretty much in that direction. And then coming back to center, and then we're going to switch legs or switch hands, holding onto the hand, and then we're taking it over to the other side. So you're going into a twist. So as best as you can, if possible, having the straight leg. If not, and you can't hold onto your foot or your ankle or anything, then just bend into your knee and bring your hand onto your right knee. As a variation for this twist, let's go into a pretzel twist even more. So kind of what we were doing in the half moon variation with the bind, we're going to hold on to that bottom foot. So you got to lift up, see that foot, and you're holding onto it with your right hand. So right hand, left foot. And then you're just going to try as best you can to lay back down and pull that right shoulder back. So the heel, the right heel, here should be coming towards that right glute. Or left heel should be coming towards the left glute. And you should feel the stretch in your left quadricep as well. All right, and then we're going to release slowly. So release your foot if you have that foot, that left foot, and then release your right foot, and then just all the way coming back to center and give yourself a hug. So I'm just finding a neutral spine and breathing in, or rounding your spine, I guess you are here, and breathing into it though, and your neutral hips, and then releasing down, and then we'll do the other side. So start by straightening out your right leg, or bending into the knee, and then we'll straighten up towards the ceiling your left leg and holding that straight up. So finding wherever you're comfortable in gripping here to hold that leg. Long deep breaths in and out. Okay, now we're opening up to the left side, and right hand anchored on the right leg. Right leg engaged, so that you can focus on just letting that left leg open, focus on the muscles relaxing on that left leg. Definitely is some core engagement as well, so that's something to be mindful of as well in this position. So think of navel pulling down to the spine to help maintain the posture. We're going to come on up, switch your grip, so holding on to the left foot with your right hand, and then taking it into the twist across your body over to the right side. And like I said, on the other side, maybe bending the left knee is a more viable option for you. If you cannot do the straight leg twist. The left arm out to the side and really stretch it out there. If you would like to do the bind, so again, you're looking up and you're grabbing onto the top of that right foot, maybe close to the ankle, and then trying to lay back down as best as you can, rolling the left shoulder back down, gripping onto that foot so that you can pull the right heel into your right glute so that you're stretching the quadricep as you're laying here. So very multifunctional stretch happening here. Breathing in, breathing out. So very slowly release your right foot if you're holding onto it, and then you're releasing your left leg and bringing it back to center. Giving yourself a hug now. Again, just bring everything back in and give yourself some love. Breathing into your back. And then releasing the head onto the floor. So bring the feet onto the floor, walk your feet as wide as your mat, so your knees are wide too. Arms are out to a T, and then drop the knees left and right for windshield wipers. Take some long, deep breaths in and deep breaths out, and start to think about relaxing your feet, the soles of your feet, as you move from left to right. Inner arch to outer arches of your feet. Think about the shoulders sinking down and back, and just kind of letting everything go lazier and lazier here as you sort of get into the stretch. Feeling that twist. Always should feel good in your body. Just really kind of unkinking all the kinks. We're just going to drop down the knees to the left side. Just hold there for a moment. Drop your head over to the left shoulder. Chin as close as possible to the left shoulder. Just to get that stretch on the right side of the neck. Other side, knees to the right. Head also falling to the right. Come on back to center, and let's go into Shavasana. Let's straighten out the right leg, left leg. Get comfortable on your mat. Bring the arms alongside your body, or get into any of the comfortable position that you would like to go into right now. Any kind of still position, or a position that you can just be completely still and not be distracted by the weight of your body or the posture. That's why Shavasana is really popular, because it's just very easy to relax, so easy that you may fall asleep sometimes, and that can be okay too. That's what the body needs. Well, what we want to do in just a short amount of time is just keep all the focus on to the breath and just letting the body go more and more. So shedding the layers of the body and thinking more about how the breath just takes over the body and how the body just accepts the breath and goes with that flow. Start by taking a deep breath in through the nose, filling the lungs, expanding the belly, and take a long deep breath out through the mouth. And just notice the back sink into the floor bit by bit as you exhale out more air. And when you've taken all that air out, then you begin again. Again, nice slow inhale through the nose, through filling up the lungs, filling up the belly. Maybe think about filling up the hips. So you're just really expanding, visualize that expansion, and then again, slow exhalation. So you're contracting and everything's pulling down. The ribcage is pulling in. The belly sinking down until you breathe out all the air. Take one or two more of those deeper breaths, and then just coming back into a normal breath pattern, slowly breathing in and slowly breathing out through the nose. Letting the heels sink down into the floor, calf muscles relax, backs of the knees, thighs, glutes, back, entire back from your low, mid, upper back, shoulder blades all connected as one and sinking down as one into the mat. Relaxing the tops of shoulders to backs of arms, to elbows, forearms, and backs of hands. Completely letting that go. All the muscles around the neck, sides, back, letting the head completely float and relax and be supported by the mat. Your forehead soften, muscles around the eyes relax, soften further through the cheekbones, in and around the mouth, jaw, and let the tongue and the mouth go completely still. Relax your throat, soften the collarbones, your chest, and your abdomen. Slowly bringing your attention back to your breath here. Some movement into your fingers and into your toes, into your wrists, and then into your ankles. Taking any kind of stretch that feels good here to reawaken. Get the blood flowing back into the muscles, into the spine. Windshield wipers, morning stretch, yawning, and so on. Rolling or rocking from there to your right side. Making your way up to seated, continuing on any stretches that feel good in your body at this point. Namaste, and thanks for joining me tonight. Happy Monday, everyone. And have a great week. Check out the rest of my videos on my Facebook page. There's loads of videos there from Vinyasa to HIIT classes, and also my YouTube page, which is Melissa Shippey YouTube page, also has all the videos uploaded to there. So share away and comment if you like it, and yeah, have a great rest of your week, everyone, and see you next time. Bye.